Hi all, I hope you enjoy this crochet gauntlet for costumes. All I need are a couple of half-empty coconut shells to bang them together, and I'm ready for the Ren Fair. So I used Rockstar by Ice Yarns. They have so many different colors. And I had a mixed bag of pony beads with glitter in them. So I used a 3.5 millimeter hook because that's what would fit through the pony beads. I'm going to do a double crochet foundation chain, and if you need more detail on how to do a foundation chain, I have a single crochet foundation chain video I'll link below. It's very similar to this, and the only thing you do is you yarn over and then you pull through twice to make your double crochet, but it's the same principle if you want more detail on how to do a foundation chain. So keep doing this and I'll meet you back. So I've made it to like mid forearm, like the middle of my forearm. You could make it taller. I mean, if you want to make this opera length, go right ahead. If you want to wear it so that it sticks out of a t-shirt, so you want to do it way up here, that's fine. So turn your work and connect with the first stitch. I'm going to make stacked single crochets going straight up 2 times so that it's the level of a double crochet. And you can see the bottom is not connected. We'll use the tail to tie that bottom part together. So don't worry about it. We'll get to it later. In the meantime, let's just do a double crochet in the next stitch. And this will be your pattern for this round. The stacked single crochet will act as your first double crochet. Your next one, you put a bead on halfway through your double crochet. So you pull through 2 and put the bead on the hook, pull through the bead, and then pull through 2 that are on your hook. And that's the bead stitch. You can push the bead either to the front or to the back, it doesn't matter, while you're working on it. Do a double crochet in the next stitch to act as a spacer between your bead stitches. We'll do another double crochet bead stitch. So you start your double crochet, pull through 2, put a bead on your hook, pull through the bead, and then pull through 2. Put in a regular double crochet as a spacer between your bead stitches, and continue until you get to the end. So I'm at the end of the first row. I did the last double crochet, and I'm going to count up to this part of the stitch and do a stacked single crochet. I just slide that hook through, make that loop, and then do my stacked single crochets. Let's just do a row of double crochets, I think will be nice. So I'll meet you around. Just do double crochets right here. Okay. So you can actually stop this tutorial right here. If you want a little wristlet with some beads in it and some metallic bling, I love it. Just pull your beads through. And I'm going to show you how to do this part at the bottom. I'm going to show you right now. So this is how I'm going to resolve this issue at the bottom, because when I made my foundation chain, it leaves a little bit of a gap at the bottom. So this is what I'm going to do. Just pull it through a couple times. Just twice is enough. Weave in the end securely until you're satisfied. So I'm just going to poke this through the back. This will be another row of beads. And I just slip stitched over. And now I'm going to go back into the same stitch and do a standing single crochet. There we go. Okay. So the next stitch is going to be my bead stitch. So we're going to offset the beads. We're not going to put them in exactly above. We're going to offset them a little bit. So have fun. I'm going to go down from here to my wrist, and then I might start to make it smaller, so I'll decrease on the next row after this bead row. But I'm only going to decrease just a teeny bit just to make it fit around my wrist, but not too tight, because you still have to get it over your knuckles. That's the biggest part of this part of your arm. If you were doing it up here, you would go around. If you're going to do like an opera glove, you want to go around the biggest part of your bicep. I don't think your elbow is bigger than the width of your knuckles, but you might want to measure just to be sure. And then whatever is the largest measurement, that's how wide you need it to be able to slide. Remember, this stuff is kind of springy, so if you want to, you can make it just a little bit tighter, but you know, just be careful with playing that game, because you don't want to cut off circulation or not be able to put it on. So now these beads are slightly between now, rather than directly over top. Okay, so I've come round to the end, and I've made a stacked single crochet up to the level of a double crochet. I'm going to put in 3 more double crochets on this row, this round. So I'm going to decrease by using a double crochet together stitch in the next stitch here. So I got four stitches filled. The first one is the stacked double crochet, and then 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to do a double crochet together, which is a double crochet and then you stop, and then you go into the next stitch and start another double crochet, and then you pull all those 3 together. You do that every 5th stitch. So you do 4 double crochets, one after the other, in each stitch. And when you get to the 5th, you do the double crochet together cluster. So make 2 rows of a decrease if you like. Just keep measuring it against your own arm or the person that you're making it for, just to make sure that it doesn't decrease too much. You want to make sure it continues to fit over their fist. But I did 2 rows of decrease, and then I did 2 more rows of just 1 for 1 double crochets. So I did 4 rows in the pattern, and I'll explain it when I get back to you. So keep on going until you have it up to the bottom of your hand and the top of your wrist. Okay, I'm at the end of 2 rows of regular double crochet. And now I'm going to slip stitch into the top. Let's see how it fits. See, it still slides over nice. There's a little bit of a decrease. I can probably put on like another 2 more rows here. And then we're going to move on to the next part. Okay, so I've made the wristlet part, I think, is enough. You can go up as long as you want, but I'm going to stop here. Now what I'm going to do now, after doing 4 rows of double crochet with no decreases, I'm going to do single crochet till I get to the halfway mark, and just do them right on the sides where I want to start my back and forth. Now you can do however you do your stitch markers. You can hold it like this. Go into your next stitch, and now you have it. I don't know if you like doing that. I'm going to do a stacked single crochet, and do my double crochets going across to the other stitch marker. So I'll meet you at the stitch marker. Okay, so I'm at the stitch marker. And you can take that out now if you want to. Now I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to start adding some beads across on this row, just to do a single crochet right at the front there, and then do a double crochet at the next stitch. See, and that'll let it start to taper. Okay, so I'm going to add a bead, doing a double crochet, pull it through the bead, and then pull it through those 2 last loops. Do a double crochet next to your bead, next double crochet. Just pull it all the way through. Do a double crochet. So continue to do that all the way across till you get to your stitch marker. Okay, so I've made it to the end. I'm going to turn your work. You want to slip stitch into that top of the same stitch you just finished and do a stacked single crochet. Actually, just do one crochet and then do a double crochet next to it. And see, and that will start to make it curve in. And just do double crochets across. Okay, when you're at the end, you can see this sliding it kind of curves in. This is what happens when you're doing the one stacked single crochet and then you do a double crochet. You see how it starts to slide in? And now you've got two, well, technically three double crochets. What I want to do is I wanted to put the last two double crochets together. Just like that. Just start to slide it in a little bit, make it smaller. And then do one stacked crochet, single crochet, and then do a double crochet in the next. So when you're leveling up on your turn, you can do the first two this way to kind of make it slant in, there and there. And then the two together will make the ending part of your row shorter. So you can continue to make it shorter and shorter as you go around. So this is our row of beads. So this is where I'll put in my next bead. So it's technically on the third stitch where I start to add a bead, because there's the single crochet, there's the first double crochet, and this is the third stitch, which is the second double crochet in the pattern. And this one is, again, every other stitch you add a bead. They're all double crochets going across till you get to the last two double crochet spaces. So I will meet you at the end. Okay, so I'm going to do my two double crochet together. You start your double crochet, you don't finish it, you start the next one, and then you pull through all three loops. Turn your work. This is a non-bead row. There's your stacked single crochet, and then you do your double crochets. I will meet you at the end. Okay, so I have the last two stitches that I'm going to use in this row. How I know this is, here's that stacked single crochet. Here's the first double crochet that has a slant on it because it's increasing. These are the last two tall double crochets, and that's what I'm going to make a cluster, 2 double crochets together. Double crochet, stop halfway through, start another double crochet, and then go through all 3. Turn, stack double crochet, first double crochet, stack single crochet, first double crochet. You see how it's decreasing on both sides. This is a bead row, so the first stitch is a bead. Now they're getting very short, which is good. So this is a bead. And this is my last double crochet. So I'm actually going to do a single crochet on this side just to see. There's the stacked single crochet. Here's the first double crochet, and that's what I just did that single crochet in. I'll go back and do another single crochet, and this is probably going to be my last double crochet row. And I'm going to do it together here. Your stitches may vary, but I'm going to end it here. Actually, I'm going to turn it, do a single crochet, and another single crochet. I'm going to crochet into the next loop and just do one final stack single crochet. Now I'm going to do chain, okay, I think that's enough. I don't want it to be too tight, but I don't want it to be too loose. Maybe one more stitch. Okay, now I came up this side, so I'm going to go down this side. So like a very long picot, you go into the pants, the 2 legs of that stitch, and do a slip stitch. Oops, you almost went into. I don't like slip stitches very much, as you can tell. And then just do single crochets down the side to neaten up the edge here. And there's nothing I can say to make it any easier. This is not an easy task, neatening up your sides of any work. Especially these slanting stitches. They can be a little tight. So I will meet you once we get down to the bottom. But just and sometimes it helps turn the work a little bit so that you kind of see the top of the stitch. Okay, so now I think we're at the beginning of that first single crochet row right here, because this looks like the stacked single crochet, that little half loop right there. I don't know if you can see it, that right there. So I'm going to do slip stitches till I get to my side going up. So I'll meet you there. Okay, so I'm at the end of that first row and I did slip stitches from here over, just so I didn't lift up too much. I wanted it to stay pretty even here. And it does give a little bit of a lift, but not that much. And I want it to stay even in the back. So now I'm going to do single crochets up to the point. Okay. Last one, right in the, I'm going to slip stitch actually this last one, right in the center. And that is it. I do 2 chain stitches, leave yourself a tail, let's see what it looks like before I sew in the tail. Okay, there's my gauntlet. All I need are a couple of half-empty coconut shells to bang them together, and I'm ready for the Ren Fair. Keep a lookout for my companion piece, which will be a cowl, a balaclava cowl. I hope you enjoyed this, and please share your makes on my Facebook page group. I have a Facebook group. I know that you all are creative and you'll come up with many interesting ideas to make this even more fun. But yeah, this could be for a Halloween costume or a Ren Fair costume. Just have fun with it. You could wear it to school. Wear it for that big meeting at work where you gotta have that power move, your power gauntlet. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day.